What's up, bro?
What's up, brother?
How we feeling?
Feeling so good. How you doing?
I'm doing well. What are we talking about today?
Let's do another segment of History of the Birds.
History of the bird. Slap hands? Slap
Boop.
hands.
Chill! Chill! Stay right here. Who cares?
All right, everybody, what's going on? We are back with another episode of History of the Birds. Last week we touched on 1940s. We had a couple of championships. We had Stevie Van Buren. We had the Snow Bowl, the snow championship game.
Greasy Neal is the coach.
AC Neal, we learned about him, his MLB days, good times. This year we're diving into the 1950s. We've got 50 to 60, and my brother, it was a rough one.
Yeah. So what happened after the championship teams of 48 and 49? We go back to back, and
We
then
go back to back.
stop me if you heard this one. After winning a championship, we held on to those players going into their later stages of their careers. They weren't playing at as high of a level.
Hmm.
That
A little
seems
too
to
long.
be how we started the decade of the 50s.
Yeah, it was an immediate decline after 49. Many of our
We
stars
suck
like
again.
We suck again.
we suck again. Stevie Van Buren, love him so much. He retired shortly after a slight decline. He
Okay.
stopped playing well.
Okay.
We also, after Greasy Neal, we couldn't keep a coach. We had coaching turnover over the course of the decade,
Okay.
so we couldn't hold on to anybody. We didn't make the playoffs in the 50s,
You're kidding me.
not one time. So from
Wow.
1950 to 1959, we did not make the playoffs, and the best season of the entire decade was 1953. We went 7-4-1, so winning
A
season at
winning
least.
season. Yeah.
Couldn't make the playoffs still.
Man, 12 game season.
Yeah, short season
Yeah.
back then.
Yeah.
But so okay, 1950s, it's a scratch. That's a wash. It was a brutal era of the birds. Tough time to be growing up. I'm sure Pop has some memories
Yep.
of that era. Um, man, that was probably his like era.
I think
Wow.
he was in the 50s, he would have been in his 20s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
A
that
good
would have
a good
been
time to be a fan.
right.
He was in his
Yeah.
20s with 4 or 5 kids.
The good old days, am I
That's
right?
right. Yep.
But it all led to 1960, which was some more glory for the birds.
Yep.
Um, we end up back at the NFL championship. Our head coach was Buck Shaw. We were led by Norm Van Brocklin, who we
Hmm.
acquired in 1958, and this
From
is
the
his
Rams.
last season with the Birds. So we got some veteran quarterback play in there.
Okay.
1960, we went 10-2, which was the best in the Eastern Division. We beat Green Bay 17-13 on December 26, 1960, at Franklin Field. We moved to Franklin Field.
Right. From Connie Mack, Shreve Park to Franklin Field, which I think was a big just change for the team overall of
Mhm.
it's a better stadium, better seats for the fans, better experience for the fans. We need to stop this losing way of football. We're in
Yeah.
a new stadium now. Let's go win.
Yeah. Let's build up now
Yep.
from here.
Franklin Field. So supposedly Pop Pop was parking cars at the 1960 NFL championship.
You're hitting me with stats I didn't know.
I,
Again.
I asked him last week. He said, I don't remember.
Okay.
So, but but but
Bless his soul, 92-year-old man.
Uncle Mike, Dad say that I think he was there
Okay. So
parking
this is
cars.
this is loosely confirmed.
Loosely confirmed.
Okay. And we'll see if we can find any video evidence.
Yeah.
So yeah, we won the ship. We beat Green Bay to get or we beat Green Bay in the NFL championship 17-13. Some key players. Chuck Bednarik was still around at this
Chucky.
time. He was
Yep.
35.
Concrete Chuck.
Concrete Chuck. We had Tommy McDonald, who was our star receiver.
Okay.
Timmy Brown, he was our running back and a returner. Can we get Timmy Brown on the Eagles right now, or what are we doing?
Does he have a grandson?
And then, of course, Norm, that veteran QB presence,
Yep.
which was insane. And
What a great
so,
name, Norm Van Brocklin.
I mean, and we also had Steve Van Buren.
They sound like steel magnets, like,
Yeah,
you know?
some monsters.
Yeah.
Do you have some key player notes for us?
Yeah, let's talk about Chuck first.
Yeah,
He was one of the last 60-minute men, which means he played on both sides of the
right.
ball. He was our center and he was our linebacker. The reason that they called him Concrete Chuck, two reasons really from what I found, was that he was just hard nosed, like I'm coming to hit you, and also he sold concrete in the off season to make ends meet back in the day, which is crazy to think that
Crazy.
these guys, even in the 60s, needed to have another job to pay the bills. When I mean, 12
Right.
games a year, how much were they getting paid? At that point, that would be something awesome for us to probably look up at some point.
Clearly not enough if concrete is having to sell concrete.
Right, exactly.
And he's one of our star players.
And he's our star player, and he plays the entire game. Could you imagine? But I mean, just like a lot of guys during that time, he was in the military, flew 30 combat missions as a waist gunner in World War II in
Mhm.
Germany, before he ever stepped onto the NFL field, right? So, like, think about how tough these guys
The
were.
man lived lives.
Right, exactly. So he also is a Pennsylvania guy. Was born in Bethlehem. Went to the University of Pennsylvania, where he was a center and linebacker. Obviously, he won the Maxwell Award for the best college player in the country. Was a two-time consensus All-American while he was there as well. So this guy's an
Okay.
absolute stud his whole football
Yeah.
career, and was drafted number one overall by the 49 Eagles, which is super interesting because we won the championship
49.
the year before. And how did we have the first overall pick? Because as we've learned, Burt Bell said the worst team the year before should have the first overall pick. The next
We must have traded for it, huh?
traded to get
Yeah.
that first pick.
30 seconds.
Right. So for Chuck, his rookie year was 49, and we won the championship over the Rams. And then in 60, when we won the NFL championship, he was 35 and had a very famous tackle against Jim Taylor on the final play, and stopped him from scoring as time expired, where the Green Bay would have won. So
Oh, no way.
Chuck had a game-winning tackle to end the game.
That is sick.
Yeah.
Bart Starr has just one more chance. He throws a short pass to Jim Taylor. Taylor brings the crowd to its feet as he nearly gets loose, but Chuck Bednarik grabs him on the 10, and that's the end of the line.
This is also another famous one. This was during the 1960 season. It was on Frank Gifford of the New York Giants. They said it was clean but devastating tackle. It knocked Gifford unconscious and out of football for a year.
Oh my God.
Could you imagine?
I gotta see this hit.
I mean, he got hit. Bednarik hit him, and he just leveled Frank. I mean, Frank was level and knocked him cold, of course. And Frank missed a whole year of football the following season. That's how hard he got hit. I thought Bednarik killed him.
His head snapped. He went backwards, and the ball flew in the air. And there it was. Chuck Weber fell on it. I knew the game was over. I had no idea where Frank Gifford was, and then when I saw him recover the ball and I turned around, and then simultaneously I was with a gesture like this, standing over him, and I said these exact words: "This effing game is over."
Smackdown.
For his legacy, 10-time Pro Bowler,
10 times.
8-time first team All-Pro.
Jesus.
For Chuck. So we need to reshuffle our top 10
Right.
to get this guy in it,
He
because
clearly deserves to be in it.
I think most of our top 10s don't have 8-time first team All-Pro.
No.
I would imagine,
Definitely not.
right? So
100%. Maybe
as
maybe
absolute
three or
stud.
four of them.
Got his gold
And he sold
jacket inducted
concrete.
in the Hall of Fame in 1967.
Come on.
There you
I
go.
love it.
Yeah.
I've got a few stats on Tommy Mick.
Okay.
So Tommy McDonald was our wide receiver during that 1960s championship. Um, he was 5'9",
Wow.
175 pounds.
Wow.
Tiny.
We could go back in time and play.
Come on, that's what I'm saying.
Not
You got a time
anymore.
machine? I'm ready to go. Um, he this is getting a little ahead of ourselves, but he was a baller. Uh, he led the league in receiving touchdowns in 61, which is a year after this.
Really?
He went to 5 straight Pro Bowls, and he was even for his small stature, he was known to play hard-nosed football.
Yeah, well, he was an Eagle.
Exactly. And so he brought the power, even though he was such a little guy. Shifty, quick, and then he would not bow down to a tackle. He'd throw himself into any single. I imagine he was the Britton Covey. Britton Covey would have been him in 1960. You know
50s and
what I
60s.
mean? Yeah.
Yes. Kind of the same stature.
Right. But Britton Covey's now playing with massive humans.
Right.
And
Right.
so it's like, like the genetics have shifted so much that the athlete is like so far superior now.
Yeah.
Whereas like, back then 5'9", 175 could play in the NFL. I don't know. Hey, shout out to Britt. It just shows the mindset. He's reading them books.
7 Habits.
7 Habits. You have anything on Norm Van?
How about Norm Van Brocklin? His nickname was the Dutchman. He
The Dutchman.
was born in South Dakota, just like everybody else during time, served in the U.S. Army during World War II. And then he went to your alma mater, the University of Oregon.
Hey, let's go Ducks.
Yeah, and even
Big
then
time.
they had a pro style passing game. So
Sick.
that's where he really learned to play the game. He was selected by the Rams in the 4th round of the 49 draft. So
Okay.
same draft as Chuck,
Wow.
which is super interesting. And
Not until the 4th round.
4th round, very
Okay. That's late.
different, right?
Hmm.
But then had success in 51. He won the NFL championship, through the game-winning touchdown pass for the Rams.
Okay.
So he was a winner, and then he was traded to the Philadelphia Eagles in 58 to have a veteran leader on the team. Right, so that's when the team turned around. Let's go get a quarterback that has championship pedigree and can help our struggling team.
Somebody that can lead us.
Somebody that can lead us. So supposedly he had a fiery personality.
Okay.
He would openly chew out teammates to demand better performance. It was tough love, but it was effective. Again,
Would
World
you
War
say he was
II, right?
the Tom Brady of our generation, of that generation?
Could be. Norm Van Brocklin very well could be. So as an all-time Eagle, maybe not, because he kind of had his twilight years
Right.
with the Eagles, but just like Brandon Graham, rode off into the sunset after winning the 1960 championship against Vince Lombardi's Green Bay Packers, which is pretty cool.
I love the fact that he came to our team and helped us win another championship.
Here's a crazy stat for you.
Hit me.
You don't see this either. Well, I guess Jeff Saturday did it a couple years back, but retires in 60 after the championship, of course, becomes the head coach of the Minnesota Vikings in 61.
Huh.
So, man, shit was
next
different
year?
back then, wasn't it?
What a turnaround.
I know.
No lag.
Yeah. Pause. So he coached for the Vikings and the Falcons in the 60s and 70s. His fiery style clashed with players and management. So
I would imagine as such.
He didn't have a lot of success as a coach. But again, 9-time Pro Bowler, only 1-time first team All Pro, but still very good. 2-time champion with the Rams in 51, with the Eagles in 1960, and got his gold jacket in 71.
A lot of Hall of Famers.
Yeah, a lot of Hall of Famers.
A lot of Hall of Famers on this list.
Pretty
I also
cool.
wonder, hearing that he got drafted in the 4th round is interesting. I wonder because this was like the ending of that era of the 60 Minute Men.
Yeah,
Curious if that had a huge role. Like, what is your quarterback going to do on defense?
so true. And Chuck, to your point, going number one, like he's a center and a linebacker. You would never see a center now be drafted first overall or a linebacker, even if they could probably play both positions.
Right.
Like Travis Hunter is a wide receiver, like one of there hasn't been a two-way player in what 20, 30 years.
Since
So
Chuck.
and he didn't even get no. I think Charles Woodson might have been the last one,
Yeah.
but yeah, I mean, even Travis didn't get drafted first overall for being able to play, on both
Both
sides of the
sides.
ball. So
Yeah.
different times, but hey, we went down and we came back up
Coming back up.
to end the decade, which is pretty cool. Go Birds.
Go Birds. Excited to see what happens in the 60s.
Yep.
Hopefully our 60s are as exciting as the year 60 and not as
Well, it'd be interesting to see
depressing
if
as the
there's
50.
parallels there.
Yeah. Or is it a rocky road? Tune in next week to find out on
I'll be
History
here.
of the Birds.